shitty weather we're having, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really sad at Family Matters. Kiss. Yeah, shitty weather. I didn't feel it. I was so stoked to do this. Jen's a good friend. And I'm really happy to be here, say jokes. But I feel like shit. I really just want to jam with my band and then just go home and watch like movies and shit. Like watch TV. Do you watch TV?
Yeah, man, all the time.
Yeah, all the time. So you're a TV guy. Committed to television. Okay, well, you do. Fair enough. What do you watch? What's
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones. You like Game of Thrones.
I love Game.
You do. Do you like paranormal like reality shows?
Like what? The example.
Well, paranormal stuff.
I don't really know.
You what?
Okay, yes. I don't know.
Fuck it. I don't like it. So you're not into that?
I don't really know what it is.
Like ghosts.
I know. I don't like.
Do you like paranormal stuff? Women know all the kids? No? She's like, I think I'm one. Only 10. I'm a big fan of paranormal stuff. I love like paranormal reality shows. And reality shows with cryptids, like weird fucked up animals and like myths and legends. I like that. Cause like these are professionals on like Animal Planet and stuff that like know so much about these things, but they're not actually real. Like they know so. You know what? Who have you seen Finding Bigfoot? Or like description in that Finding Bigfoot shit. You watch it? You watch that?
I think I have actually.
It's like Animal. It is. There's an organization in the U.S. An organization.
Is it with Jeff Corwin?
No. I don't know. Jeff. Matt Moneymaker. That's the guy that's the leader of the organization that Finding Bigfoot. Actually, no. Sasquatches. Squatches. They have hats that say "Gone Squatching." They're a verb. You can verb a squatch. Yeah. What they do is they find like amateur footage of big feet, squatches, whatever, around the U.S. and Canada, and they go out to these spots and they kind of investigate to see if there's a Bigfoot. And it's cool because you watch it and at first you see the candid footage and you're like, oh shit, that's such a Bigfoot. There's no way a fucking silverback gorilla is hanging out in Lethbridge. It's obvious, like shit. And then they go to these places and they scope it out. And then the guy who takes the camera, or like, the guy who took the footage with the camera is always like super skeptical, and he's like, never knows what he's talking about. He's like, oh yeah, I was here with my wife. We had a camera and we saw it and I filmed it. Like they're all like, what the fuck's going on? And the crew really take it literal. They're like, yeah, oh yes, that's normal for a squatch to do that. Yeah. And then what the footage was, when I explained it, the footage was like the guy was panning around, beautiful Alberta landscape. Almost any West Coast people here, Alberta's beautiful, right? Beautiful landscape, yeah. And then this big fucking gorilla thing, and then it looks at the camera, and the guy takes off in the woods, and then wow, it's crazy. So they actually do a test. They do a test. They get the biggest guy in the crew. They'll dress up as a squatch and then they redo it and then they do a side-by-side comparison like, oh yeah, that could definitely be a squatch, yeah, totally. Because look at the shoulder length of the footage and look at the shoulder length of, and the guy's name is Bobo. His name is Bobo, what's his nickname? He was a trucker that like loves squatches and he hit one and he's like so intrigued and whatever. And then they do a side-by-side comparison and like, yeah, because he's so much bigger than Bobo, blah, blah, blah. And then Matt Moneymaker, the leader, the connoisseur of squatches, he's like, yeah, that makes sense because a lot of the squatch tribes, they're nocturnal, they sleep during the day and they do their stuff, do their things at night. So they have messenger drones that go out during the day and they scout the premises. How the fuck do you know that? Like, did you interview a spot? Did you hang out with him? Did you read his blog and ask him what he did? Does he have an Instagram? And she's like, oh, I was just, perusing the verse. And I go, what the fuck? But I'm intrigued because it's fun. It's so stupid. I'm like, oh, this is so dumb. And like, I watch more episodes, and there's one in Kentucky somewhere. And what they do sometimes is they hold a town meeting. Oh, if you want to see rednecks get excited about shit that doesn't exist, bro. They get all congregated at the community center, and then Matt Moneymaker is the leader. So like Bobo and two other jerks. Has anyone ever seen a squatch or anything like that? And everyone raises their hands, and then like each one tells a story, and then the most compelling story, they go to their property or their house where they have this encounter, and they investigate. This one guy, it's so funny, he gets up and he's like, well, I was doing some gardening, and I realized a lot of my tomatoes were gone. And I noticed the brush beside me and the rest of the other part of the garden was all damaged and demolished. And I heard rustling in the back, and I look and I see this large creature, looking like a big gorilla, running inside the woods. And then they go over, oh, that's compelling. So they go to this guy's house. They go to this guy's house. They go check this shit out. They go to the house, and then they investigate. They investigate. This and stand around like, yeah, it looks like a squatch, definitely. Yeah, look at their foot, and like, there's no fuck this. I don't know, it's silly. But you're so intrigued. He's like, oh fuck, I know nothing about it, just as ignorant as they are. So I like this. And then he's like, this is where I grew the tomatoes, and then this is where I saw the bush, and then immediately I heard the rustling. And then that moneymaker finds is like, yeah, it's wrong because a lot of squatches are vegetarians and they don't eat meat. And until they get to a certain age, that's when they start eating small rabbits and deer. Fucking little squatch! I know what it means. I know it graduates to being a carnivore. I know these things. The fuck? I don't read the novels. We're dumbed out. And then I was like, man, I need to change shows because this is so frustrating. I'm like, I want to like it, but it's not like tangible. I can't like take it and be like, oh, obviously, you love tomatoes and avocados. You apparently, have jobs. So I